Good morning, comic book fans. Welcome back to Comics in 5 Minutes. I'm your No Shorty, and here's your bonus Sunday episode. Yes, I totally come into the store to record things on Sundays. I don't just record them the day before. Ooh, timey-wimey. Anyway, we're recording a review of Plague House right now, and this is honestly one that I was vaguely interested in when it started. Michael W. Conrad is a writer I'm aware of, and I've enjoyed some stuff. Dave Chisholm is an artist. Again, I've enjoyed some stuff. Neither of them really were somebody, big up on the list of my favourite creators to put straight onto my pull list, but Only Press recently have been putting out some absolute bangers, and I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm at a point in the shop when I want to start getting in more issue ones of things that I'm not necessarily going to be selling to people who've ordered them ahead of time, so let's just try them out. And in this particular case, I'm very glad I did, because I love haunted house stories. Genuinely do. I like pretty much all horror. There's an awful lot of subgenres to it, but the haunted house thing is a classic for a reason. And I think in comic books, it feels like it's possible to do in quite a nice short-form story. They tend to turn up quite a lot in your portmanteau, morality tale kind of stories. The idea of something a little bit more long-form definitely appeals to me. And then I opened up this issue, and the first page of it is genuinely spectacular. David Chisholm deserves nothing but praise for this entire issue, but it's the first page which absolutely blew my socks off. This is wonderful night shot of looking up at a house where all the under eaves have been painted red. There's a van parked outside, light casting very odd shadows. It looks cinematic as all hell. We have our three main characters stood around the van. The way they're standing already tells you something about their characters, who they are and why they're here. There's fantastic just use of box out text that doesn't get in the way of the artistry of it all. And I'm like, yeah, I'm 100% hooked in this story right now. I want to know what's going on. I want to know who these people are. I want to know why they're here. I want you to tell me a story which terrifies me. And I know what you're thinking. And you're like, well, sure, it feels like you're going to just be disappointed because one page is not going to be the same as the rest of a book. You can't maintain that level. It's like, okay, I get the point. It is kind of hard to do that when you're dealing with something so cinematic, but on a single image. Maintain that throughout. But I've got to say, this is brilliant. This is one of the best horror books I've read in quite some time because they do such amazing things. When it comes to Michael Conrad's writing, we have three main characters, and he manages to have a couple of pages on each of them introducing their characters. We have the NB Skeptic, which is a fantastic person to be involved in any kind of haunted house kind of mystery solving, because they are the people who will always look for the obvious solution or the realistic solution instead of just believing everything. We then have the raised in faith, I want to say Catholicism, but I could be wrong, who is the opposite of that, he's a man of faith. Dictionary definition of faith, believing in something in spite of no evidence to support it. These two working together is a cool little get-go, a cool idea right from the get-go. You don't see them interacting much. This is more about them just splitting off and doing their own thing in the haunted house, realising what's going on, or at least getting ghostly encounters happening around them. But the way we get their backstory in little dribs and drabs is fantastic. The Skeptic, who was somebody who watched this guy's ghost hunting and would write videos claiming it was all bokum, but then goes and meets him, goes on some of the ghost hunting thing, and actually decides to join in. I love that for them. Brilliant idea. The story we get of the main guy, the guy who runs the company, I feel like there's an awful lot not said here. There's a little bit of flash forward going on, and it makes me think that what we have here is a bit of an unreliable narrator. Not the end of the world, something as a literary device I quite enjoy when it's done well, and I do think Conrad is 100% going to do this well. I am sold on his story. The history we get of the house, what happened to it, done brilliantly through flashbacks and hauntings, is wonderfully well done. Cinematic, again, a fantastic shot of a terrible thing happening in a child's bedroom, and then years later when the bed's removed, the splatter pattern left behind. Brilliantly well done. Absolutely lovely. The artistry, by the way, not just fantastic in terms of how well it uses colours, it does brilliant onomatopoeia. I couldn't tell you exactly the sound I expected a shower curtain being pulled on a rail away from a shower to make, but they get it absolutely spot on. And texture-wise, I'm almost certain this is like drawing pencil was used for some of this. If I'm wrong and it is a digital tool used to gain this texture, well done, Chisholm. It is a brilliant texture and you use it wonderfully. But it means they use these different colours for even shadows. There's times when it goes really deep on the coloration, so it almost feels like it's using negative space with other things that are going on. And we managed to get this thing, which is very difficult to do in still image comic books specifically, but close to some jump scares. We have some nice little things happening in the back of shots or happening around things when you see in reflection. And it's all done in such a way that's the closest you're going to get to a jump scare in a comic book. And I'm like, yes, 100% yes. I've added it to my pull list. I've literally taken one of our spare copies in store, put it into the pull folder of one of my best friends. He's not asked for it, but he's going to love it because I know him well. That's how much I like this book, and you absolutely should go and check it out. It is superb. That's it from me for now. This is a bonus review, so congratulations. Until I see you all again, look after yourself, everyone. Stay safe. Bye.